Morning students, today we are going to discuss implication, what is meant by converse, contrapositive and inverse with some example. Okay, so I am considering the two statements. P as 2 is an integer, Q as 9 is a multiple of 3. So P conditional, P implication Q. So how we can write this one? This implication symbol means if then. If 2 is an integer, then 9 is a multiple of 3. So this is what we have to call it as implication. This is implication. Then converse. Next is contrapositive. Next is inverse. So first we will have completed the P conditional Q. Next don't go for converse and contrapositive, directly you go for inverse. So inverse means P conditional Q, negation of these two, not P conditional, not Q, not P means 2 is not integer. If 2 is not an integer, then 9 is not a multiple of 3. 9 is not a multiple of 3. So how you have to remember implication and inverse, both P conditional Q, not P conditional Q. So converse means reverse, Q conditional P, contrapositive means not Q conditional, not P. So Q conditional P means if 9 is a multiple of 3, then 2 is an integer. Okay, contrapositive means not Q conditional, not P, not Q. That means if 9 is not a multiple of 3, then 2 is not an integer. Then 2 is not integer. So how to remember? Implication means P implication Q. Inverse not P implication Q. Converse means Q implication P. So contrapositive means not Q implication, not P. So next you remember this one, P conditional Q. Inverse means not P conditional, not Q. Converse means Q conditional P. Contrapositive means not Q conditional, not P. So next, what is meant by tautology, contradiction, contingency and logically equivalent, like that. So if you look at this truth table, so the last one, P or Q or not P, all are having all are truths. So if you come across like this, then this you call it as a tautology. P or Q or not P is a tautology. Next you consider this one, negation of P and Q, biconditional, not P or not Q. So if you consider this one, all are truths, therefore this is also a tautology. Next if you consider this one, it is a mixed of both true and false, therefore this is a contradiction. This is also a contradiction, mixed of both truth and false values. Now you consider this one, so all are false, therefore it is a contradiction. So if you look at this one, all are truths, all are false, or mixed of true and false. All are true means tautology, all are false means contradiction, mixed of truth and false is contingency. This you have to remember, these three terms. So tautology means all are truths, contradiction means all are false, contingency means mixed of truth and false. What is meant by tautology? A compound proposition which is true for all possible truth values of its components. So contradiction, a compound proposition which is false for all possible truth values of its components. Next, contingency, a compound proposition is which is neither a tautology nor contradiction. A compound proposition which is neither a tautology nor contradiction is called the contingency. So here the truths and false are there, this is a contingency. Next, logically equivalence, a compound propositions that have the same truth values in all possible cases are called logically equivalent. Similarly, the compound proposition P and Q are called logically equivalent if P biconditional Q is a tautology. The notation P is logically equivalent to Q denotes that P and Q are logically equivalent. Let us discuss with some examples. Suppose show that not P or Q and not P and not Q are logically equivalent. So let us discuss. So P value, P truth values, Q truth values I have written. P or Q is this much. What you require is not P or Q. So not P or Q means this is what it says, 3 false and last one is true. So not P and not Q, not P and not Q, that also you consider 3 falses and last one is true. If we compare these two, this one and this one, so the truth values are similar. First 3 are false, last one is true. Here also first 3 are false and the last one is true. That means these two are logically equivalent, not equivalent. These two are logically equivalent. So you can understand the point what is meant by logically equivalent. Logically equivalent means truth values are should be same. Next, we have to prove that P and Q, P conditional Q, not P or Q are logically equivalent. P conditional Q, truth values are like this. Not P or Q are, the truth values are like this. So both are having the same truth values. Both are having the same truth values. Therefore, these two are said to be logically equivalent. Logically equivalent. Okay. Similarly, a dimension P R Q and R and P R Q and P R R. So P R Q and P R R, these are the truth values. Next, P R Q and R, these are the truth values. So if you look at these two are having the same truth values. Therefore, these two are said to be logically equivalent. These two are said to be logically equivalent. So you can do the some problems depending upon that one. Okay. Now duality law. What is meant by duality law? Let us discuss. Two formulas A and A star are said to be duals of each other if either one can be obtained from the other by replacing conjunction with disjunction and disjunction with conjunction. The connectivities R and end are called the duals of each other. If the formula A contains the specific variable T or F, then A star its dual is obtained by replacing by T by F and F by T in addition to the above mentioned interchanges. So we will discuss with an example. What he is saying is that if this is the compound statement he has given, the dual of this statement is nothing but the whenever you come across with R, replace with end you replace with R. So R I have replaced with end and end I have replaced with R. So this is the dual. This is the dual of this compound statement. So now you look at this one. End is replaced by R is replaced by end. So this is the dual. Here if you look at this one, so R is replaced with end is replaced with R. Here also the same that. One more thing we have to observe here is true is replaced with false, false is replaced with true. That is the only one change you have to observe. So overall what you have to remember is, so R should be replaced by end should be replaced by R should be replaced by end should be replaced by R, T with F with T, that is called the dual. Next, a statement formula is an expression which is a string consisting of variables P, Q, R, so parentheses and connective symbols. So these are the definition he has given. Next, just go through this one. Now P and Q. So P and Q, P N and Q. Sorry, P N and Q. P N and Q means this is the symbol. P N and Q. This upward arrow, P upward arrow, Q ni how you have to read it as means P N and Q. P N and Q nothing but P and Q you have to write. The negation of this one is called the P, N and Q. And ki negation N and antaru. So first you have to find out the P and Q. Next this negation is called the P, N and Q. Okay, is it clear? Next, exclusive OR. Exclusive OR means first you have to find out the bijection. So implication. So P biconditional Q you have to find out. P biconditional Q values are like this. So next what we have to do? So next what he is saying, the exclusive OR. Exclusive OR means the negation of P biconditional Q you have to write it. True will become false, false will become true, again false will become true, true will become false. So exclusive OR means what you have to remember? Biconditional P biconditional Q. The negation of this one is called the exclusive OR. Next, functionally complete. So just to go through the definition, you can able to understand the what is meant by functionally complete. Next, NOR, NOR, NOR. So first what you have to find out? R, PRQ you have to find out. Negation, N stands for negation, negation of this one. PRQ I did that one. These are the truth values. Negation of this one is nothing but the false, false, false and true. So this is the down arrow. Okay, NOR is down arrow. Okay. Next, these are some logical equivalence. This one you have to remember while doing the problems. In that one, the first one is the identity, second one is domination, third one is idempotent, double negation. This fourth onwards you have to remember. I will give the clarity. Fourth, double negation, commutative anyway you know. PRQ is logically equivalent to QRP. P and Q is logically equivalent to Q and P. These are always already you know. Associative law anyway you can know. PRQ RR can be written as PRQ RR. So PRQRR. So next one, distributive law. Distributive law I will explain. De Morgan law. Negation of P and Q. So negation of P and will become R, negation of Q. Similarly like this, negation of PRQ. Negation of PRQ is identically equal to negation of P and negation of Q. Okay. Similarly, these are the some more logical equivalences. First one you have to remember, P conditional Q can be written as, while removing the conditional you have to write not P. You have to apply the negation for the first statement, and in place of conditional you have to write R Q. So this is also some more logical equivalence. Whenever we required we will discuss these things. So if you consider this one, associative law, I am applying the associative law, PRQRR. So multi-star movie, three heroes are there, PQR. So Q and R one pair and P is some different. So what it says, associative law, what it says, PRQ, that means these two can be paired, we can pair it, or R is separate. So this is called the associative law. So next, if you come across with distributive law, so when you can apply the distributive law, here R symbol is there, here end symbol is there, then only we can apply the distributive law. Here how you can write PRQ, PRQ, PRR, PRQ, next PRR. So whatever the symbol left with end you have to write it here. So this is about the distributive law. So whenever you come across with so next one, these are also same thing, distributive law only. Next, one more problem. What he is saying is P and not Q. P and not Q or Q. We have to prove this is logically equivalent to P or Q. We have to prove. So I have taken the left hand side. So P and is there, R is there. What I have discussed, you can apply the distributive law. Distributive law. You consider this outside one as 1 unit. So QRP, QRP, QR not Q. So whatever the symbol left with and I have written here. Okay. Next QRP as usual. QR not Q. What it will become? True. Why it will become true? Let us consider. You take any value for Q. Let us consider Q as false. Let us consider Q as false. Here it is false. Not Q will become true. False or true. False or true. Or what it says, at least one should be true. At least one should be true. One true is there. Therefore this is always true. So Q or P and T. That means if you come across it like this, and symbol what it says, both should be true. Both should be true. That means whether the answer is true or false depends upon this one, Q or P. Therefore write Q or P. This is called the identity law. Okay. Next, this using commutative law you can write P or Q. Okay. Whatever the laws you are applying, that laws you have to write here. For this one I have applied distributive law. Write distributive law, identity law, commutative law, like that. Okay. Next, P conditional QRR is logically equivalent to P conditional Q or P conditional R. Now what you have to do, you have to consider the left hand side. So I am removing the conditional. When you are removing the conditional, for the first one you have to apply the negation. In place of conditional you have to write R. So not P, R. Okay. Next, if you look at this one, here your R symbol is there, here R symbol is there. So you cannot apply the distributive law. You cannot apply the distributive law. So what you can do? So let me think. Answer, in the answer we have the, what is that one? Two P's are there here, P conditional Q, P conditional R. So for that one what I am doing is this not P can be written as not P or not P. Similarly Q or R as usual I have written. So next what we have to do? So for our convenience, not P or Q, all the symbols if you consider R, all the symbols are R only. You can do the combinations as you like. Not P or Q and not P or R. So this is the associative law. So not P or Q, what it says, P conditional Q. Not P or R, what it says, P conditional R. So that is the answer only he is asking, P conditional Q or P conditional R. Next, P conditional Q and R conditional Q is logically equivalent to P or R conditional Q. So let us take the left hand side. So P conditional Q, I am removing the condition. So if you remove the condition, what I am saying, add negation to the first one. In place of implication you have to write R. I did that one. Similarly, remove this implication, not R or Q, and symbol is there between as usual I have written. So not P or Q and not R or Q. Okay. So if you look at this one, you cannot apply the distributive law. So if you look at the somewhat in depth, so this is the right hand side part of the distributive law. Right hand side part of the distributive law. So Q is common in the both the terms. So take Q as common. So Q as common. So which is symbol is in both the terms are there, R symbol is both. Therefore write it R. Remaining terms you put it in the brackets. Not P, not R. R already have written. Which symbol you left with? And you write it here. And you write it here. Therefore Q R, not P or not P and not R. So this is not we required. So negation, you move outside of the bracket. What happens? Q R negation of P or R. Negation if you get it outside and become R. Okay. So next what we can do, using the commutative law. This can be written as this is De Morgan law. So negation, about the negation is the De Morgan law. So using commutative law I have written negation of P or R or not Q. Negation ఒక R. So if you want to remove, what you can do? P or R conditional Q. Okay, this is about the problem. Next, P conditional Q conditional R is identically equal to P and Q conditional R. So I have taken the left hand side is logically equivalent to, I am removing the this condition. So not P or Q conditional R I am writing. Next I want to remove this one, not Q or R. Not Q or R you come across with. Now if you look at this one, both are R symbols. So what you can do? Not P or not Q, you can write it R R. Okay, in both the terms negation is there. Get it outside of the term. This will become not P and Q. R will become and R R. Next, if you look at this one, not symbol R symbol. So if you want to remove this one, you can write implication P and Q conditional R. Okay, P and Q conditional R. Next, well formed formulas, yes or no, just like that. This is not more important. Next, P conditional Q conditional P is logically equivalent to not P conditional Q. So P conditional Q conditional P is logically equivalent to, I am removing the condition. So what you left with? Not P, in place of that one R Q conditional P. Now again I am removing the condition. What you left with? Not Q or P. If you look at this one, both are R symbols. Therefore you cannot apply the distributive law. So then what you can do? Just check it. So P, here not P is there, here P is there. This you can write it as P or not P or not Q using associative law. So this is nothing but always P or not P, always true or not Q. So or what it says, at least one should be true. Here one should be true, therefore the result is true. So we have taken the left hand side and proved it as the true. You take the right hand side and prove it as also true. So not P conditional Q. So I am removing the condition, I am removing the implication. So what you can do? Add negation to the first one. Already negation is there, negation of negation P. In place of implication you write R P conditional Q. So negation of negation means P or P conditional Q. Condition I am removing, therefore not P or Q. Okay, what you left with is P or not P or Q. All the symbols are R only, therefore you can write using commutative law P or not P or Q. P or not P, always it is true or Q. Or what it says, at least one should be true. Here true is there, therefore the final answer is also true. So left hand side answer is true, the right hand side also simplified, it is also true. So therefore both are logically equivalent. Now show that this one is a tautology. So P and Q conditional P or Q. So I have removed the implication, therefore first one will get the negation. In place of that one you will get the R. So if you look at this one, next apply the negation, not P and become R, not P or not Q, or P or Q you will get. Next what you have to do? This one you have to prove it as a tautology. Now you do the combination. All are the symbols are R only. Therefore using associative law, not P or P, not Q or Q. So this one will become true, this one will become true. True or true will give the true. Therefore this is a tautology. Okay, this is about the tautology, contradiction, and using the logical equivalence, how to prove the results. Okay, thank you.